Psalm 42 of the Darby Bible. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Read by Larry Wilson. Darby Bible, Book of Psalms, Second Book. Psalm 42. To the Chief Musician, an instruction of the sons of Korah. As the hart panteth after the water brooks, so panteth my soul after thee, O God. My soul thirsteth for God, for the living God. When shall I come and appear before God? My tears have been my bread day and night, while they say unto me all the day, Where is thy God? These things I remember, and have poured out my soul within me. How I passed along with the multitude, how I went on with them to the house of God, with the voice of joy and praise, a festive multitude. Why art thou cast down, my soul, and art disquieted in me? Hope in God, for I shall yet praise him for the health of his countenance. My God, my soul is cast down within me. Therefore do I remember thee from the land of the Jordan, from the Hermons, from Mount Mizar. Deep calleth unto deep at the noise of thy cataracts. All thy breakers and thy billows are gone over me. In the daytime will Jehovah command his loving kindness, and in the night his song shall be with me, a prayer unto the God of my life. I will say unto God my rock, Why hast thou forgotten me? Why go I mourning because of the oppression of the enemy? As with a crushing in my bones, mine adversaries reproach me, while they say unto me all the day, Where is thy God? Why art thou cast down, my soul? And why art thou disquieted within me? Hope in God, for I shall yet praise him, who is the health of my countenance and my God. End of Psalm 42. Psalm 43 of the Darby Bible. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Read by Larry Wilson. Darby Bible, Book of Psalms, Second Book. Psalm 43. Judge me, O God, and plead my cause against an ungodly nation. Deliver me from the deceitful and unrighteous man. For thou art the God of my strength. Why hast thou cast me off? Why go I about mourning because of the oppression of the enemy? Send out thy light and thy truth. They shall lead me. They shall bring me to thy holy mount and unto thy habitations. Then will I go unto the altar of God, unto the God of the gladness of my joy. Yea, upon the harp will I praise thee, O God, my God. Why art thou cast down, my soul? And why art thou disquieted within me? Hope in God, for I shall yet praise him, who is the health of my countenance and my God. End of Psalm 43.
Psalm 44 of the Darby Bible. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Read by Albert Kimball. Darby Bible, Book of Psalms, Second Book, Psalm 44. To the chief musician of the sons of Korah, an instruction. O God, with our ears have we heard, our fathers have told us, the work thou wroughtest in their days, in the days of old. Thou by thy hand didst dispossess the nations, but them thou didst plant. Thou didst afflict the peoples, but them didst thou cause to spread out. For not by their own sword did they take possession of the land, neither did their own arm save them, but thy right hand, and thine arm, and the light of thy countenance, because thou hadst delight in them. Thou thyself art my king. O God, command deliverance for Jacob. Through thee will we push down our adversaries. Through thy name will we tread them under that rise up against us. For I will not put my confidence in my bow, neither shall my sword save me. For thou hast saved us from our adversaries, and hast put them to shame that hate us. In God we will boast all the day, and we will praise thy name forever. Selah. But thou hast cast off and put us to confusion, and dost not go forth with our armies. Thou hast made us to turn back from the adversary, and they that hate us spoil for themselves. Thou hast given us over like sheep appointed for meat, and hast scattered us among the nations. Thou hast sold thy people for naught, and hast not increased thy wealth by their price. Thou makest us a reproach to our neighbors, a mockery and a derision for them that are round about us. Thou makest us a byword among the nations, a shaking of the head among the peoples. All the day my confusion is before me, and the shame of my face hath covered me, because of the voice of him that reproacheth and blasphemeth, by reason of the enemy and the avenger. All this is come upon us, yet have we not forgotten thee, neither have we dealt falsely against thy covenant. Our heart is not turned back, neither have our steps declined from thy path, though thou hast crushed us in the place of jackals, and covered us with the shadow of death. If we had forgotten the name of our God, and stretched out our hands to a strange God, would not God search this out? For he knoweth the secrets of the heart. But for thy sake are we killed all the day long. We are reckoned as sheep for slaughter. Awake, why sleepest thou, Lord? Arise, cast us not off forever. Wherefore hidest thou thy face, and forgettest our affliction and our oppression? For our soul is bowed down to the dust, our belly cleaveth unto the earth. Rise up for our help, and redeem us for thy loving kindness' sake. End of Psalm 44. Psalm 45 of the Darby Bible. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Read by Albert Kimball. Darby Bible, Book of Psalms, Second Book, Psalm 45. To the chief musician, upon Shoshanim, of the sons of Korah, an instruction, a song of the beloved. My heart is welling forth with a good matter. I say what I have composed touching the king. My tongue is the pen of a ready writer. Thou art fairer than the sons of men. Grace is poured into thy lips. Therefore God hath blessed thee forever. Gird thy sword upon thy thigh, O mighty one, in thy majesty and thy splendor, and in thy splendor ride prosperously, because of truth and meekness and righteousness. And thy right hand shall teach thee terrible things. Thine arrows are sharp, peoples fall under thee, in the heart of the king's enemies. Thy throne, O God, is forever and ever. A scepter of uprightness is the scepter of thy kingdom. Thou hast loved righteousness and hated wickedness. Therefore God, thy God, hath anointed thee with the oil of gladness above thy companions. Myrrh and aloes, cassia, are all thy garments. Out of ivory palaces stringed instruments have made thee glad. King's daughters are among thine honorable women. Upon thy right hand doth stand the queen in gold of Ophir. Hearken, daughter, and see, and incline thine ear, and forget thine own people and thy father's house, and the king will desire thy beauty, for he is thy Lord, and worship thou him. And the daughter of Tyre with a gift, the rich ones among the people, shall court thy favor. All glorious is the king's daughter within. Her clothing is of wrought gold. She shall be brought into the king in raiment of embroidery. The virgins behind her, her companions, shall be brought in unto thee. With joy and gladness shall they be brought. They shall enter into the king's palace. Instead of thy fathers shall be thy sons. Princes shalt thou make them in all the earth. I will make thy name to be remembered throughout all generations. Therefore shall the peoples praise thee forever and ever. End of Psalm 45. Psalm 46 of the Darby Bible. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Read by Albert Kimball. Darby Bible, Book of Psalms, second book, Psalm 46. To the chief musician of the sons of Korah, on Alamoth, a song. God is our refuge and strength, a help in distresses, very readily found. Therefore will we not fear, though the earth be removed, and though the mountains be carried into the heart of the seas, though the waters thereof roar and foam, though the mountains shake with the swelling thereof. Selah. There is a river, the streams whereof make glad the city of God, the sanctuary of the habitations of the Most High. God is in the midst of her, she shall not be moved. God shall help her at the dawn of the morning. The nations raged, the kingdoms were moved. He uttered his voice, the earth melted. Jehovah of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our high fortress. Selah. Come, behold the works of Jehovah, what desolations he hath made in the earth. He hath made wars to cease unto the end of the earth. He breaketh the bow, he cutteth the spear in sunder, he burneth the chariots in the fire. Be still, and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. Jehovah of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our high fortress. Selah. End of Psalm 46. Psalm 47 of the Darby Bible. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Read by Albert Kimball. Darby Bible, Book of Psalms, second book, Psalm number 47. To the chief musician of the sons of Korah, a psalm. All ye peoples, clap your hands. Shout unto God with the voice of triumph. For Jehovah the Most High is terrible, a great king over all the earth. He subdueth the peoples under us, and the nations under our feet. He hath chosen our inheritance for us, the excellency of Jacob, whom he loved. Selah. God is gone up amid shouting, Jehovah amid the sound of the trumpet. Sing psalms of God, sing psalms. Sing psalms unto our King. Sing psalms. For God is the King of all the earth. Sing psalms with understanding. God reigneth over the nations. God sitteth upon the throne of his holiness. The willing-hearted of the peoples have gathered together with the people of the God of Abraham. For unto God belong the shields of the earth. He is greatly exalted. End of Psalm 47.
Psalm 48 of the Darby Bible. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Read by Karsten Friske. Darby Bible, Book of Psalms, second book, Section 7. Great is Jehovah, and greatly to be praised in the city of our God, in the hill of his holiness. Beautiful in elevation, the joy of the whole earth is Mount Zion. On the sides of the north, the city of the great King. God is known in her palaces as a high fortress. For behold, the kings assembled themselves. They passed by together. They saw, so they marveled. They were troubled. They fled in consternation. Trembling took hold upon them, anguish as of a woman in travail. With an east wind thou hast broken the ships of Tarshish. As we have heard, so have we seen. In the city of Jehovah of hosts, in the city of our God, God doth establish it forever. Selah. We have thought, O God, of thy loving kindness, in the midst of thy temple, according to thy name, O God. So is thy praise unto the ends of the earth. Thy right hand is full of righteousness. Let Mount Zion rejoice. Let the daughters of Judah be glad, because of thy judgments. Walk about Zion, and go around about her. Count the towers thereof. Mark ye well her bulwarks. Consider her palaces. that you may tell it to the generation following. For this God is our God forever and ever. He will be our guide until death. End of Psalms chapter 48.
Psalm 49 of the Darby Bible. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Read by Public Domain Scholar. Darby Bible, Book of Psalms, Second Book, Psalm 49. To the chief musician of the sons of Korah, a psalm. Hear this, all ye peoples, give ear, all inhabitants of the world, both men of low and men of high degree, rich and poor alike. My mouth shall speak wisdom, and the meditation of my heart shall be of understanding. I will incline mine ear to a parable. I will open up my riddle upon the harp. Wherefore should I fear in the days of adversity, when the iniquity of my supplanters encompasseth me? They depend upon their wealth, and boast themselves in the abundance of their riches. None can, by any means, redeem his brother, nor give to God a ransom for him. For the redemption of their soul is costly, and must be given up forever, that he should still live perpetually, and not see corruption. For he seeth that wise men die, all alike. The fool and the brutish perish, and they leave their wealth to others. Their inward thought is, that their houses are forever, their dwelling places from generation to generation. They call the lands after their own names. Nevertheless, man being in honor abideth not. He is like the beasts that perish. This their way is their folly, yet they that come after them delight in their sayings. Selah. Like sheep are they laid in Sheol. Death feedeth on them, and the upright shall have dominion over them in the morning. And their comeliness shall be for Sheol to consume, that there be no habitation for them. But God will redeem my soul from the power of Sheol, for he will receive me. Selah. Be not afraid when a man becometh rich, when the glory of his house is increased. For when he dieth, he shall carry nothing away, his glory shall not descend after him. Though he blessed his soul in his lifetime, and men will praise thee when thou doest well with thyself. It shall go to the generations of his fathers, they shall never see light. Man that is in honor, and understandeth not, is like the beasts that perish. End of Psalm 49.
Psalm 50 of the Darby Bible. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Psalm 50, a Psalm of Asaph. God, Elohim Jehovah, hath spoken, and called the earth from the rising of the sun unto the going down thereof. Out of Zion, the perfection of beauty, God hath shined forth. Our God will come, and will not keep silence. Fire shall devour before him, and it shall be very tempestuous round about him. He will call to the heavens from above, and to the earth, that he may judge his people. Gather unto me my godly ones, those who have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. And the heavens shall declare his righteousness, for God executeth judgment himself. Selah. Hear my people, and I will speak, O Israel, and I will testify unto thee. I am God, thy God. I will not reprove thee for thy sacrifices, or thy burnt offerings continually before me. I will take no bullock out of thy house, nor he-goats out of thy folds. For every beast of the forest is mine, the cattle upon 1,000 hills. I know all the fowl of the mountains, and the roaming creatures of the field are mine. If I were hungry, I would not tell thee, for the world is mine, and the fullness thereof. Should I eat the flesh of bulls, and drink the blood of goats? Offer unto God thanksgiving, and perform thy vows unto the Most High, and call upon me in the day of trouble. I will deliver thee, and thou shalt glorify me. But unto the wicked God saith, What hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant into thy mouth? Seeing thou hast hated correction, and hast cast my words behind thee. When thou sawest a thief, thou didst take pleasure in him, and thy portion was with adulterers. Thou lettest thy mouth loose to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou revilest thine own mother's son. These things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether as thyself. But I will reprove thee, and set them in order before thine eyes. Now consider this, ye that forget God, lest I tear in pieces, and there be no deliverer. Whoso offereth praise glorifieth me, and to him that ordereth his way will I shew the salvation of God. In Psalm 50.
Psalm 51 of the Darby Bible. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Read by Larry Wilson. Darby Bible, Book of Psalms, Second Book. Psalm 51. To the chief musician, a psalm of David, when Nathan the prophet came to him after he had gone in to Bathsheba. Be gracious unto me, O God, according to thy loving kindness. According to the abundance of thy tender mercies, blot out my transgressions. Wash me fully from mine iniquity, and cleanse me from my sin. For I acknowledge my transgressions, and my sin is continually before me. Against thee only have I sinned, and done what is evil in thy sight, that thou mayst be justified when thou speakest, be clear when thou judgest. Behold, in iniquity was I brought forth, and in sin did my mother conceive me. Behold, thou wilt have truth in the inward parts, and in the hidden part thou wilt make me to know wisdom. Purge me with hyssop, and I shall be clean. Wash me, and I shall be whiter than snow. Make me to hear gladness and joy, that the bones which thou hast broken may rejoice. Hide thy face from my sins, and blot out all mine iniquities. Create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a steadfast spirit within me. Cast me not away from thy presence, and take not the spirit of thy holiness from me. Restore unto me the joy of thy salvation, and let a willing spirit sustain me. I will teach transgressors thy ways, and sinners shall return unto thee. Deliver me from blood guiltiness, O God, thou God of my salvation. My tongue shall sing aloud of thy righteousness. Lord, open my lips, and my mouth shall declare thy praise. For thou desirest not sacrifice, else I would give it. Thou hast no pleasure in burnt offering. The sacrifices of God are a broken spirit. A broken and a contrite heart, O God, thou wilt not despise. Do good in thy good pleasure unto Zion. Build the walls of Jerusalem. Then shalt thou have sacrifices of righteousness, burnt offering and whole burnt offering. Then shall they offer up bullocks upon thine altar. End of Psalm 51.
Psalm 52 of the Darby Bible. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Psalm 52. To the chief musician, an instruction. Of David, when Doeg the Edomite came and told Saul, and said unto him, David came to the house of Ahimelech. Why boastest thou thyself in evil, thou mighty man? The loving kindness of God abideth continually. Thy tongue deviseth mischievous things, like a sharp razor, practicing deceit. Thou hast loved evil rather than good, lying rather than to speak righteousness. Selah. Thou hast loved all-devouring words, O deceitful tongue. God shall likewise destroy thee forever. He shall take thee away, and pluck thee out of thy tent, and root thee out of the land of the living. Selah. The righteous also shall see and fear, and shall laugh at him, saying, Behold the man, that made not God his strength, but put confidence in the abundance of his riches, and strengthened himself in his avarice. But as for me, I am like a green olive tree in the house of God. I will confide in the loving kindness of God forever and ever. I will praise thee forever, because thou hast done it, and I will wait on thy name before thy godly ones, for it is good. End Psalm 52. Psalm 53 of the Darby Bible. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Psalm 53. To the chief musician, on Mahalath, an instruction, of David. The fool hath said in his heart, There is no God. They have corrupted themselves, and have done abominable iniquity. There is none that doeth good. God looked down from the heavens upon the children of men, to see if there were any that did understand, that did seek God. Every one of them is gone back. They are together become corrupt. There is none that doeth good, not even one. Have the workers of iniquity no knowledge, eating up my people as they eat bread? They call not upon God. There were they in great fear where no fear was, for God scattereth the bones of him that encampeth against thee. Thou hast put them to shame, for God hath despised them. O that the salvation of Israel were come out of Zion. When God turneth again the captivity of his people, Jacob shall be glad, Israel shall rejoice. End of Psalm 53. Psalm 54 of the Darby Bible. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, visit LibriVox.org. Psalm 54. To the chief musician on stringed instruments and instruction. Of David, when the Ziphites came and said to Saul, Is not David hiding himself with us? O God, by thy name save me, and by thy strength do me justice. O God, hear my prayer. Give ear to the words of my mouth. For strangers are risen up against me, and the violent seek after my life. They have not set God before them. Selah. Behold, God is my helper. The Lord is among them that uphold my soul. He will requite evil to mine enemies. In thy truth, cut them off. I will freely sacrifice unto thee. I will praise thy name, O Jehovah, because it is good. For he hath delivered me out of all trouble, and mine eye hath seen its desire upon mine enemies. End of Psalm 54. Psalm 55 of the Darby Bible. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, visit LibriVox.org. Psalm 55. To the chief musician, on stringed instruments and instruction. Of David. Give ear to my prayer, O God, and hide not thyself from my supplication. Attend unto me and answer me. I wander about in my plaint, and I moan aloud, because of the voice of the enemy, because of the oppression of the wicked. For they cast iniquity upon me, and in anger they persecute me. My heart is writhing within me, and the terrors of death are fallen upon me. Fear and trembling are come upon me, and horror hath overwhelmed me. And I said, O that I had wings like a dove, I would fly away and be at rest. Behold, I would flee afar off, I would lodge in the wilderness, Selah. I would hasten my escape from the stormy wind, from the tempest. Swallow them up, Lord, divide their tongue, for I have seen violence and strife in the city. Day and night they go about it upon the walls thereof, and iniquity and mischief are in the midst of it. Perversities are in the midst thereof, and oppression and deceit depart not from its streets. For it is not an enemy that hath reproached me, then could I have borne it. Neither is it he that hateth me, that hath magnified himself against me. Then would I have hidden myself from him, but it was thou, a man mine equal, mine intimate, my familiar friend, we who held sweet intercourse together. To the house of God we walked amid the throng. Let death seize upon them, let them go down alive into Sheol. for wickedness is in their dwellings, in their midst. As for me, unto God will I call, and Jehovah will save me. Evening and morning, and at noon will I pray and moan aloud, and he will hear my voice. He hath redeemed my soul in peace from the battle against me, for there were many about me. God will hear and afflict them, he that is seated of old, Selah, because there is no change in them, and they fear not God. He hath put forth his hands against such as are at peace with him. He hath profaned his covenant. Smooth were the milky words of his mouth, but his heart was war. His words were softer than oil, yet are they drawn swords. Cast thy burden upon Jehovah, and he will sustain thee. He will never suffer the righteous to be moved. And thou, O God, wilt bring them down into the pit of destruction. Bloody and deceitful men shall not live out half their days. But as for me, I will confide in thee. End of Psalm 55. Psalm 56 of the Darby Bible. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Psalm 56, to the chief musician, on Jonath Elam Rechokim, of David, Miktam, when the Philistines took him in Gath. Be gracious unto me, O God, for man would swallow me up. All the day long fighting he oppresseth me. Mine enemies would swallow me up all the day long, for they are many that fight against me haughtily. In the day that I am afraid, I will confide in thee. In God will I praise his word, in God I put my confidence. I will not fear, what can flesh do unto me? All the day long they wrest my words, all their thoughts are against me for evil. They gather themselves together, they hide themselves, they mark my steps, because they wait for my soul. Shall they escape by iniquity? In anger cast down the peoples, O God. Thou countest my wanderings, put my tears into thy bottle. Are they not in thy book? Then shall mine enemies return backward in the day when I call. This I know, for God is for me. In God will I praise his word. In Jehovah will I praise his word. In God have I put my confidence. I will not fear. What can man do unto me? Thy vows are upon me, O God. I will render thanks unto thee. For thou hast delivered my soul from death. Wilt thou not keep my feet from falling, that I may walk before God in the light of the living? End Psalm 56.
Psalm 57 of the Darby Bible. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Darby Bible, Book of Psalms, 2nd Book, Section 16. To the chief musician, destroy not of David, Miktam, when he fled from Saul in the cave. Be gracious unto me, O God, be gracious unto me, for my soul taketh refuge in thee. Yea, in the shadow of thy wings do I take refuge, until the calamities be overpast. I will call unto God the Most High, and to God that performeth all for me. He will send from the heavens and save me. He hath covered with reproach him that would swallow me up. Selah. God hath sent forth his loving kindness and his truth. My soul is in the midst of lions. I lie down among them that breathe out flames, the sons of men, whose teeth are spears and arrows, and their tongue a sharp sword. Be exalted above the heavens, O God, let thy glory be above all the earth. They prepared a net for my steps. My soul was bowed down. They have digged a pit before me. They are fallen into the midst thereof. Selah. My heart is fixed, O God, my heart is fixed. I will sing, yea, I will sing psalms. Awake, my glory, awake, lute and harp. I will wake the dawn. I will give thee thanks among the peoples, O Lord. Of thee will I sing psalms among the nations. For thy loving kindness is great unto the heavens, and thy truth unto the clouds. Be exalted above the heavens, O God. Let thy glory be above all the earth. End of Psalm 57. Psalm 58 of the Darby Bible. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Darby Bible, Book of Psalms, 2nd Book, Section 17. To the Chief Musician, Destroy Not, of David, Mikdam. Is righteousness indeed silent? Do ye speak it? Do ye judge with equity, ye sons of men? Yea, in heart ye work wickedness, ye weigh out the violence of your hands in the earth. The wicked go astray from the womb, they err as soon as they are born, speaking lies. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf adder which stoppeth her ear, which doth not hearken to the voice of enchanters, of one charming ever so wisely. O God, break their teeth in their mouth, break out the great teeth of the young lions, O Jehovah. Let them melt away as waters that flow off. When he aimeth his arrows, let them be as blunted. Let them be as a snail that melteth as it passeth away. Like the untimely birth of a woman, let them not see the sun. Before your pots feel the thorns, green are burning, they shall be whirled away. The righteous shall rejoice when he seeth the vengeance. He shall wash his footsteps in the blood of the wicked. And men shall say, Verily, there is a fruit for the righteous. Verily, there is a God that judgeth in the earth. End of Psalm 58. Psalm 59 of the Darby Bible. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Darby Bible, Book of Psalms, 2nd Book, Section 18. To the Chief Musician, Destroy Not, of David, Mikdam, when Saul sent and they watched the house to kill him. Deliver me from mine enemies, O my God. Secure me on high from them that rise up against me. Deliver me from the workers of iniquity, and save me from men of blood. For behold, they lie in wait for my soul. Strong ones are gathered against me, not for my transgression, nor for my sin, O Jehovah. They run and prepare themselves without my fault. Awake to meet me, and behold. Yea, do thou, Jehovah, the God of hosts, the God of Israel, arise to visit all the nations. Be not gracious to any plotters of iniquity. Selah. They return in the evening, they howl like a dog, and go round about the city. Behold, they belch out with their mouth, swords are in their lips, for who say they doth hear? But thou, Jehovah, wilt laugh at them. Thou wilt have all the nations in derision. Their strength. I will take heed to thee, for God is my high fortress. God, whose loving kindness will come to meet me. God shall let me see my desire upon mine enemies. Slay them not, lest my people forget. By thy power make them wander, and bring them down, O Lord, our shield. Because of the sin of their mouth, the words of their lips, let them even be taken in their pride, and because of cursing and lying which they speak. Make an end in wrath, make an end that they may be no more, that they may know the God ruleth in Jacob unto the ends of the earth. Selah. And in the evening they shall return, they shall howl like a dog, and go round about the city. They shall wander about for me, and stay all night if they be not satisfied. But as for me, I will sing of thy strength. Yea, I will sing aloud of thy loving kindness in the morning, for thou hast been to me a high fortress and a refuge in the day of my trouble. Unto thee, my strength, will I sing psalms, for God is my high fortress, the God of my mercy. End of Psalm 59.
Psalm 60 of the Darby Bible. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Psalm 60. To the chief musician on Shushan, testimony, Miktam of David, to teach, when he strove with the Syrians of Mesopotamia and the Syrians of Zobah, and Joab returned and smote the Edomites in the valley of Salt, 12,000. O God, thou hast cast us off, thou hast scattered us, thou hast been displeased. Restore us again. Thou hast made the earth to tremble, thou hast rent it, heal the breaches thereof, for it shaketh. Thou hast shewn thy people hard things, thou hast made us to drink the wine of bewilderment. Thou hast given a banner to them that fear thee, that it may be displayed because of the truth. Selah. That thy beloved ones may be delivered, save with thy right hand, and answer me. God hath spoken in his holiness. I will exult, I will divide Shechem, and mete out the valley of Succoth. Gilead is mine, and Manasseh is mine, and Ephraim is the strength of my head. Judah is my lawgiver, Moab is my washpot. Upon Edom will I cast my sandal. Philistia, shout aloud because of me. Who will bring me into the strong city? Who will lead me unto Edom? Wilt not thou, O God, who didst cast us off, and didst not go forth, O God, with our armies? Give us help from trouble, for vain is man's deliverance. Through God we shall do valiantly, and he it is that will tread down our adversaries. End of Psalm 60. Psalm 61 of the Darby Bible. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, visit LibriVox.org. Psalm 61. To the chief musician on a stringed instrument, a psalm of David. Hear, O God, my cry, attend unto my prayer. From the end of the earth will I call unto thee, when my heart is overwhelmed. Thou wilt lead me on to a rock which is too high for me. For thou hast been a refuge for me, a strong tower from before the enemy. I will sojourn in thy tent forever. I will take refuge in the covert of thy wings. Selah. For thou, O God, hast heard my vows. Thou hast given me the inheritance of those that fear thy name. Thou wilt add days to the days of the king. His years shall be as many generations. He shall abide before God forever. Bestow loving kindness and truth, that they may preserve him. So will I sing forth thy name forever, performing my vows from day to day. End Psalm 61. Psalm 62 of the Darby Bible. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, visit LibriVox.org. Psalm 62. To the chief musician, on Jeduthun, a psalm of David. Upon God alone doth my soul rest peacefully. From him is my salvation. He only is my rock and my salvation, my high fortress. I shall not be greatly moved. How long will ye assail a man? Will ye seek, all of you, to break him down as a bowing wall or a tottering fence? They only consult to thrust him down from his excellency. They delight in lies. They bless with their mouth, but in their inward part they curse. Selah. Upon God alone, O my soul, rest peacefully, for my expectation is from him. He only is my rock and my salvation, my high fortress. I shall not be moved. With God is my salvation and my glory, the rock of my strength. My refuge is in God. Confide in him at all times, ye people. Pour out your heart before him. God is our refuge. Selah. Men of low degree are only vanity. Men of high degree, a lie. Laid in the balance, they go up together, lighter than vanity. Put not confidence in oppression, and become not vain in robbery. If wealth increase, set not your heart upon it. Once hath God spoken, twice have I heard this, that strength belongeth unto God. And unto thee, O Lord, belongeth loving kindness, for thou renderest to every man according to his work. End Psalm 62.
Psalm 63 of the Darby Bible. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Read by Retswerb. Darby Bible, Book of Psalms, Second Book. Psalm 63. A Psalm of David, when he was in the wilderness of Judah. O God, thou art my God. Early will I seek thee. My soul thirsteth for thee. My flesh languisheth for thee, in a dry and weary land without water. To see thy power and thy glory, as I have beheld thee in the sanctuary. For thy loving kindness is better than life. My lips shall praise thee. So will I bless thee while I live. I will lift up my hands in thy name. My soul is satisfied as with marrow and fatness, and my mouth shall praise thee with joyful lips. When I remember thee upon my bed, I meditate on thee in the night watches. For thou hast been my help, and in the shadow of thy wings will I sing for joy. My soul followeth hard after thee, thy right hand upholdeth me. But those that seek my soul, to destroy it, shall go into the lower parts of the earth. They shall be given over to the power of the sword. They shall be the portion of foxes. But the king shall rejoice in God. Every one that sweareth by him shall glory, for the mouth of them that speak lies shall be stopped. End of Psalm 63.
Psalm 64 of the Darby Bible. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Read by Ellen Marie. Darby Bible, Book of Psalms, Second Book, Psalm 64. To the Chief Musician, a Psalm of David. Hear, O God, my voice in my plaint. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of evildoers, from the tumultuous crowd of the workers of iniquity, who have sharpened their tongue like a sword, and have aimed their arrow, a bitter word, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him, and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They concert to hide snares. They say, who will see them? They devise iniquities. We have it ready, the plan is diligently sought out. And each one's inward thought and heart is deep. But God will shoot an arrow at them. Suddenly are they wounded. By their own tongue they are made to fall over one another. All that see them shall flee away. And all men shall fear, and shall declare God's doing, and they shall wisely consider his work. The righteous shall rejoice in Jehovah, and trust in him, and all the upright in heart shall glory. End of Psalm 64.
Psalm 65 of the Darby Bible. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Read by MamaPhish. Darby Bible, Book of Psalms, Second Book. Psalm 65. To the chief musician, a psalm of David, a song. Praise waiteth for thee in silence, O God, in Zion, and unto thee shall the vow be performed. O thou that hearest prayer, unto thee shall all flesh come. Iniquities have prevailed against me. Our transgressions thou wilt forgive them. Blessed is he whom thou choosest and causest to approach. He shall dwell in thy courts. We shall be satisfied with the goodness of thy house, of thy holy temple. By terrible things in righteousness wilt thou answer us, O God of our salvation, thou confidence of all the ends of the earth, and of the distant regions of the sea, who by his strength established the mountains, being girded with power, who stilleth the raging of the seas, the raging of their waves, and the tumult of the peoples. And they that dwell in the uttermost parts are afraid at thy tokens. Thou makest the outgoings of the morning and evening to rejoice. Thou hast visited the earth, thou hast watered it, thou greatly enrichest it. The river of God is full of water. Thou providest their corn, when thou hast so prepared it. Thou dost satiate its furrows, thou smoothest its clods, thou makest it soft with showers, thou blessest the springing thereof. Thou crownest the earth with thy goodness, and thy paths drop fatness. They drop upon the pastures of the wilderness, and the hills are girded with gladness. The meadows are clothed with flocks, and the valleys are covered over with corn. They shout for joy, yea, they sing. End of Psalm 65.
Psalm 66 of the Darby Bible. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Read by Julianne Thompson. Darby Bible, Book of Psalms, Second Book. Psalm 66. To the chief musician, a song, a psalm. Shout aloud unto God, all the earth. Sing forth the glory of his name. Make his praise glorious. Say unto God, how terrible are thy works! Because of the greatness of thy strength, thine enemies come cringing unto thee. All the earth shall worship thee, and sing psalms unto thee. They shall sing forth thy name. Selah. Come and see the works of God. He is terrible in his doings towards the children of men. He turned the sea into dry land. They went through the river on foot. There did we rejoice in him. He ruleth by his power forever. His eyes observe the nations. Let not the rebellious exalt themselves. Selah. Bless our God, ye peoples, and make the voice of his praise to be heard. Who hath set our soul in life, and suffereth not our feet to be moved. For thou, O God, hath proved us. Thou hast tried us, as silver is tried. Thou broughtest us into a net. Thou didst lay a heavy burden upon our loins. Thou didst cause men to ride over our head. We went through fire and through water, but thou hast brought us out into abundance. I will go into thy house with burnt offerings. I will perform my vows to thee, which my lips have uttered, and my mouth has spoken when I was in trouble. I will offer up unto thee burnt offerings of fatted beasts. With the incense of rams, I will offer bullocks with goats. Selah. Come, hear, all ye that fear God, and I will declare what he hath done for my soul. I called unto him with my mouth, and he was extolled with my tongue. Had I regarded iniquity in my heart, the Lord would not hear. But God hath heard, he hath attended to the voice of my prayer. Blessed be God, who hath not turned away my prayer, nor his loving kindness from me. End of Psalm 66. Psalm 67 of the Darby Bible. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Darby Bible, Book of Psalms, Second Book, Psalm 67. To the chief musician on stringed instruments, a psalm, a song. God be gracious unto us, and bless us, and cause his face to shine upon us. Selah. That thy way may be known upon earth, thy salvation among all nations. Let the peoples praise thee, O God. Let all the peoples praise thee. Let the nations rejoice and sing for joy. For thou wilt judge the peoples equitably, and the nations upon earth thou wilt guide them. Selah. Let the peoples praise thee, O God. Let all the peoples praise thee. The earth will yield her increase. God, our God, will bless us. God will bless us, and all the ends of the earth shall fear him. End of Psalm 67. Psalm 68 of the Darby Bible. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Read by Julianne Thompson. Darby Bible, Book of Psalms, Second Book. Psalm 68. To the chief musician of David, a psalm, a song. Let God arise, let his enemies be scattered, and let them that hate him flee before him. As smoke is driven, thou wilt drive them away, as wax melteth before the fire. The wicked shall perish at the presence of God. But the righteous shall rejoice. They shall exult before God and be glad with joy. Sing unto God, sing forth his name. Cast up a wave for him that rideth in the deserts. His name is Jah, and rejoice before him. A father of the fatherless, and a judge of the widows, is God in his holy habitation. God maketh the solitary into families. Those that were bound he bringeth out into prosperity, but the rebellious dwell in a parched land. O God, when thou wentest forth before thy people, when thou didst march through the wilderness, Selah, the earth trembled. The heavens also dropped at the presence of God, yon Sinai, at the presence of God, the God of Israel. Thou, O God, didst pour a plentiful rain upon thine inheritance, and when it was weary, thou strengthenedst it. Thy flock hath dwelt therein. Thou hast prepared in thy goodness for the afflicted, O God. The Lord gives the word, great the host of the publishers. Kings of armies flee, they flee, and she that tarrieth at home divideth the spoil. Though ye have lain among the sheepfolds, ye shall be as wings of a dove covered with silver, and her feathers with green gold. When the Almighty scattered kings in it, it became snow white as almond. As Mount Bashan is the mount of God, a many-peaked mountain as Mount Bashan. Why do ye look with envy, ye many-peaked mountains, upon the mount that God hath desired for his abode? Yea, Jehovah will dwell there forever. The chariots of God are 20,000, thousands upon thousands. The Lord is among them. It is a Sinai in holiness. Thou hast descended on high. Thou hast led captivity captive. Thou hast received gifts in man, and even for the rebellious, for the dwelling there of Jah Elohim. Blessed be the Lord, day by day doth he load us with good, the God who is our salvation. Selah. Our God is the God of salvation, and with Jehovah the Lord are the goings forth even from death. Verily, God will smite the head of his enemies, the hairy scalp of him that goeth on still in his trespasses. The Lord said, I will bring again from Bashan, I will bring them again from the depth of the sea, that thou mayest dip thy foot in blood. The tongue of thy dogs has its portion from enemies. They have seen thy goings, O God, the goings of my God, my King, in the sanctuary. The singers went before, the players on stringed instruments after, in the midst of maidens playing on tabrets. In the congregations, bless ye God, the Lord, ye from the fountain of Israel. There is little Benjamin, their ruler, the princes of Judah, their company, the princes of Zebulun, the princes of Naphtali. Thy God hath commanded thy strength. Strengthen, O God, that which thou hast wrought for us. Because of thy temple at Jerusalem shall kings bring presents unto thee. Rebuke the beast of the reeds, the assembly of the strong, with the calves of the people. Every one submitteth himself with pieces of silver. Scatter the peoples that delight in war. Great ones shall come out of Egypt. Ethiopia shall quickly stretch out her hands unto God. Ye kingdoms of the earth, sing unto God. Sing psalms of the Lord. Selah. Of him that rideth upon the heavens which are of old. Lo, he uttereth his voice, a mighty voice. Ascribe ye strength unto God. His excellency is over Israel, and his strength is in the clouds. Terrible art thou, O God, out of thy sanctuaries, the God of Israel. He it is that giveth strength and might unto the people. Blessed be God. End of Psalm 68.
Psalm 69 of the Darby Bible. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Read by Ellen Marie. Darby Bible, Book of Psalms, Second Book, Psalm 69. To the Chief Musician, upon Shoshanim, a Psalm of David. Save me, O God, for the waters are come in unto my soul. I sink in deep mire, where there is no standing. I am come into the depths of waters, and the flood overfloweth me. I am weary with my crying, my throat is parched. Mine eyes fail while I wait for my God. They that hate me without a cause are more than the hairs of my head. They that would destroy me, being mine enemies wrongfully, are mighty. Then I restored that which I took not away. Thou, O God, knowest my foolishness, and my trespasses are not hidden from thee. Let not them that wait on thee, Lord, Jehovah of hosts, be ashamed through me. Let not those that seek thee be confounded through me, O God of Israel. Because for thy sake I have borne reproach, confusion hath covered my face. I am become a stranger unto my brethren, and an alien unto my mother's sons. For the zeal of thy house hath devoured me, and the reproaches of them that reproach thee have fallen upon me. And I wept, my soul was fasting. That also was to my reproach. And I made sackcloth my garment. Then I became a proverb to them. They that sit in the gate talk of me, and I am the song of the drunkards. But as for me, my prayer is unto thee, Jehovah, in an acceptable time. O God, in the abundance of thy loving kindness answer me, according to the truth of thy salvation. Deliver me out of the mire. Let me not sink. Let me be delivered from them that hate me, and out of the depths of waters. Let not the flood of waters overflow me, neither let the deep swallow me up, and let not the pit shut its mouth upon me. Answer me, O Jehovah, for thy loving kindness is good. According to the abundance of thy tender mercies, turn toward me, and hide not thy face from thy servant, for I am in trouble. Answer me speedily. Draw nigh unto my soul, be its redeemer. Ransom me because of mine enemies. Thou knowest my reproach, and my shame, and my dishonor. Mine adversaries are all before thee. Reproach hath broken my heart, and I am overwhelmed. And I looked for sympathy, but there was none, and for comforters, but I found none. Yea, they gave me gall for my food, and in my thirst they gave me vinegar to drink. Let their table become a snare before them, and their very welfare a trap. Let their eyes be darkened, that they see not, and make their loins continually to shake. Pour out thine indignation upon them, and let the fierceness of thine anger take hold of them. Let their habitation be desolate, let there be no dweller in their tents. For they persecute him whom thou hast smitten, and they talk for the sorrow of those whom thou hast wounded. Add iniquity unto their iniquity, and let them not come into thy righteousness. Let them be blotted out of the book of life, and not be written with the righteous. But I am afflicted and sorrowful. Let thy salvation, O God, set me secure on high. I will praise the name of God with a song, and will magnify him with thanksgiving. And it shall please Jehovah more than an ox, a bullock with horns and cloven hooves. The meek shall see it, they shall be glad. Ye that seek God, your heart shall live. For Jehovah heareth the needy, and despiseth not his prisoners. Let heavens and earth praise him, the seas and everything that moveth therein. For God will save Zion, and will build the cities of Judah, and they shall dwell there and possess it. And the seed of his servants shall inherit it, and they that love his name shall dwell therein. End of Psalm 69. Psalm 70 of the Darby Bible. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Read by Ellen Marie. Darby Bible, Book of Psalms, Second Book, Psalm 70. To the chief musician, a psalm of David, to bring to remembrance. Make haste, O God, to deliver me. Jehovah, hasten to my help. Let them be ashamed and brought to confusion that seek after my soul. Let them be turned backward and confounded that take pleasure in mine adversity. Let them turn back because of their shame that say, Aha, aha. Let all those that seek thee be glad and rejoice in thee, and let such as love thy salvation say continually, Let God be magnified. But I am afflicted and needy. Make haste unto me, O God. Thou art my help and my deliverer. O Jehovah, make no delay. End of Psalm 70.
Psalm 71 of the Darby Bible. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Read by Larry Wilson. Darby Bible, Book of Psalms, Second Book. Psalm 71. In Thee, Jehovah, do I trust. Let me never be ashamed. Deliver me in Thy righteousness, and rescue me. Incline Thine ear unto me, and save me. Be to me a rock of habitation, whereunto I may continually resort. Thou hast given commandment to save me, for Thou art my rock and my fortress. My God, rescue me out of the hand of the wicked, out of the hand of the unrighteous and cruel man. For Thou art my hope, O Lord Jehovah, my confidence from my youth. On Thee have I been stayed from the womb. From the bowels of my mother Thou didst draw me forth. My praise shall be continually of Thee. I have been as a wonder unto many, but Thou art my strong refuge. My mouth shall be filled with Thy praise, with Thy glory all the day. Cast me not off in the time of old age. Forsake me not when my strength faileth. For mine enemies speak against me, and they that watch for my soul consult together, saying, God hath forsaken him. Pursue and seize him, for there is none to deliver. O God, be not far from me. My God, hasten to my help. Let them be ashamed. Let them be consumed that are adversaries to my soul. Let them be covered with reproach and dishonor that seek my hurt. But as for me, I will hope continually, and will praise Thee yet more and more. My mouth shall declare Thy righteousness and Thy salvation all the day, for I know not the numbers thereof. I will go in the might of the Lord Jehovah. I will recall Thy righteousness, Thine alone. O God, Thou hast taught me from my youth, and hitherto have I proclaimed Thy marvelous works. Now also, when I am old and grey-headed, O God, forsake me not, until I have proclaimed Thine arm unto this generation, Thy might to every one that is to come. And Thy righteousness, O God, reacheth on high, Thou who hast done great things. O God, who is like unto Thee? Thou who hast shown us many and sore troubles, wilt revive us again, and wilt bring us up again from the depths of the earth. Thou wilt increase my greatness, and comfort me on every side. I will also praise Thee with the psaltery, even Thy truth, my God. Unto Thee will I sing psalms with the harp, Thou Holy One of Israel. My lips shall exult when I sing psalms unto thee, and my soul which thou hast redeemed. My tongue also shall talk of thy righteousness all the day, for they shall be ashamed, for they shall be brought to confusion that seek my hurt. End of Psalm 71. Psalm 72 of the Darby Bible. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Read by Larry Wilson. Darby Bible, Book of Psalms, Second Book, Psalm 72. For Solomon. O God, give the king thy judgments, and thy righteousness unto the king's son. He will judge thy people with righteousness, and thine afflicted with judgment. The mountains shall bring peace to the people, and the hills by righteousness. He will do justice to the afflicted of the people. He will save the children of the needy, and will break in pieces the oppressor. They shall fear thee as long as sun and moon endure, from generation to generation. He shall come down like rain on the mown grass, as showers that water the earth. In his days shall the righteous flourish, and abundance of peace till the moon be no more. And he shall have dominion from sea to sea, and from the river unto the ends of the earth. The dwellers in the desert shall bow before him, and his enemies shall lick the dust. The kings of Tarshish and of the isles shall render presents. The kings of Sheba and Seba shall offer tribute. Yea, all kings shall bow down before him. All nations shall serve him. For he will deliver the needy who crieth, and the afflicted who hath no helper. He will have compassion on the poor and needy, and will save the souls of the needy. He will redeem their souls from oppression and violence, and precious shall their blood be in his sight. And he shall live, and to him shall be given the gold of Sheba, and prayer shall be made for him continually. All the day shall he be blessed. There shall be abundance of corn in the earth, upon the top of the mountains. The fruit thereof shall shake like Lebanon, and they of the city shall bloom like the herb of the earth. His name shall endure forever. His name shall be continued as long as the sun. And men shall bless themselves in him. All nations shall call him blessed. Blessed be Jehovah Elohim, the God of Israel, who alone doeth wondrous things. And blessed be his glorious name forever. And let the whole earth be filled with his glory. Amen and amen. The prayers of David, the son of Jesse, are ended. End of Psalm 72. End of the Darby Bible, Book of Psalms, Second Book.